We feel that the time is now to start to fellowship around the core doctrine, the core orthodoxy that we all share, not leaving behind all the little particulars that we believe in.
You're going to have secondary views,
but
and that's okay.
Being willing to unite with others that have those different secondary views for that common goal of really of helping the church to be better salt and light in our culture.
Yeah.
To kind of move the needle in this cultural battle that we're in, but also politically, to be better organized, to create good policy, to elect good, godly leaders. I mean, we need that. The church has really abdicated its responsibility to make sure that we have godly leadership in place.
If I was going to say three things that the church has abdicated its responsibility in over the last 30 years, and then check your mind on how these fields are doing: education, counseling, and government.
They're all a mess.
Yeah. And they're the three things that the church has basically said, we're going to take our hands off of those.
Exactly.
So we have seen what happens when the church steps out. And unifying around core doctrine, it's not about not caring about doctrine. We very much care about key Orthodox doctrine. We just want to operate in what I call the post-denominational box. And so when we do release more of those names, pastors and people that are a part of this, they're going to cover the box. But each and every one of them is in an Orthodox position that we can look and say, I can stand with that brother or sister in Christ.
And there's, like you said, there's going to be some differing viewpoints, and I'm actually kind of excited about that. I mean, if people are willing to play nice, there's going to be some fun debates, some interesting discussion about, baptism, eschatology, and some of these other things that we just have differences on. And that's what a great witness to the world when you can see Christians who differ on these little things, still humbling themselves, working together, loving each other, and just as Jesus prayed in his high priestly prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane. It's biblical. It's a great witness, and I think it's really important, especially right now with the kind of the forces that in our culture and in politics being very united against the church and against the truth of God. It's time for the church to present a united front to stand up for what's right.
We will never win sectioned off.
No.
And then fighting each other on Twitter. we will never win that way.
But fighting on Twitter is so fun.
It is fun, and it creates followers. You've got a bunch of them, and but we won't win that way.
You're exactly right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. We are committed to sharing cultural convictions in alignment with Orthodox doctrine and historical Christianity.